Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cooking Hayden's. I'm Car Boot Chris, and this is our lunch hour live. I hope you're all good. There's a few of you in the chat, which is nice. And yeah, as you can see, we're in sort of mid-process of packing up. I'm starting to pick things off and pack them up, ready for moving at some point in the future. And these CDs that you see behind me, I'm going to talk about those in a bit. We'll go through a bit of a throwback to Car Boot Chris's youth. I'll show you some of the CDs that are in my collection that I'm going to sell. Yeah, today we're talking about. I've basically spent the last few hours, and last night, going through all my boxes of DVDs and CDs, personal boxes, not resale boxes. And I've been scanning them all. I've been Ziffitting, music Magpieing, giving them away, donating, asking the two Steves if they wanted any, and keeping some as well. So today's question is all about Ziffit and music Magpie, but also I'm going to go through what I'm going to do with this stuff that I'm not sending them. And feel free to share your experiences of dealing with media in that fashion. Hi, Dave. Welcome. And also Jeff. The Fluffy Muffin's in. Damien's here. Just made it to the container after a trip to the charity shops. Nice one. I hope you got some good stuff. M's Den. I just finished watching your latest video, guys. Welcome back to YouTube. Yeah, good video. Yeah, and you clearly made some good inroads into the piles of shame. But I can't say anything because you've seen my piles as well, haven't you guys? You've seen my piles. AMPR's here. Monkey Thrifter. The Wicker Woman and Honey Monster. Great to see your new video. Yes, indeed. Martin the Dumpster King is here. Hi, Martin. I actually, just before, you wonder I get any bloody work done. Just before I was watching M's Den, I watched your. I think it was quite recent. I never quite know with your videos whether they're recent or not because they get suggested a lot in my feed, like your videos. So you're doing something really well with the algorithms. Literally, there's always at least 2 or 3 videos in my feed for you. So I watched the one. It's only about 5 minutes long where Poundland had emailed you about the food that you'd found, and that was an interesting one that they emailed you. But it's just shocking. Genuinely good food just being thrown out is unbelievable. Why couldn't they just get on the phone to the food banks near them and just say, we've got a shed load of food that's because of a fridge breaking down. You can come in, if you come in the next few hours, you can have it all. Why can't they do that? I mean, that's probably less effort than a staff member carting it all to a bin at the back of the property. That's what I would have thought anyway, but it's frustrating, isn't it? Flogsome Togs, welcome. Lindsay and Alvin are here. Hi, guys. Whoops. I'm trying to highlight comments and it's not working. What is going on? Blackwood, no, I can't highlight anyone's comments. Oh, it's catching up. Blackwood Resellers. Cliff. Very funny. Nice one. Yeah. Left-handed Hummingbird is in. Helen, hi Helen. Flip and Phil, keep your cassettes. Apparently they're coming back and becoming valuable. Cassettes are becoming valuable. Yeah, I have got a nice little collection of cassettes, but they're nearly all like compilation albums, like cassette compilations. But I'm getting rid of stuff. I'm not carting. This is the 3rd time we've moved house in 3 years. And I'm telling you now, this move, I am not carting stuff around that we've moved 2 times before and never opened the box. It's pointless. We're having a massive deep clean of all our shit in this house. And I apologize for the swearing, but it's the best way to describe. It's not shit per se, but I'm just using it as a term of multiple items. You should have a movie called Moving Day, styled like Training Day. Yes, Jeff, possibly. Yeah, I was finding that, Damien. Yeah, I scanned a lot of stuff last night and this morning, and most of it they don't want. Hi, Phil. Welcome. Married to Reselling is in as well. Tea cakes, afternoon to you. Hi, Tori. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Secret Carper. Oh, Secret Carper, Richard. Is this from you? I'm assuming it is, because you said you'd sent me something in the post. Just let me know. Hi, Steve. Today we are looking at Chris's piles. Yes, wait for the adverts, yeah. Z, welcome. We've got 52 people in for a lunchtime. That's good. Yes, my Pound on TikTok has 700,000 views in 700,000 views. I think they're feeling a bit embarrassed about it. Wow, 700,000 views. What's the monetization like on TikTok? You know, how much do you earn out of like TikTok videos? Because I was on there for a bit and I couldn't find a groove. You know what I mean? I couldn't find like a reason to be on there.
Someone is at the doorbell. Okay, I'm not quite sure what went wrong.
I'll just have to go and get that, I think. Hang on. Be back shortly. Emsden, you and Jad. I'm back. Someone at the door. I've got a box. Maybe we'll unbox it now in a minute. Oh, sorry about that. I'm worn out now. Three lots of stairs. Haggis Lover, they moan about resellers who are actually recyclers, and yet all shops, including... Yeah, true. Oh, calm down, Chris. I'm out of shape. You need to scan overs. Yeah, I've done Music Magpie and Ziffit. Didn't bother with CEX, to be honest with you, because I think the only stuff that's left is not worth hardly anything, if anything. Yeah, so what I did was I found 10 items on Ziffit that they were willing to buy. So I scanned them, got a price off them, and then I went over to Magpie and I scanned the same 10, and Ziffit were clearly giving more money than Magpie. So what I then did was I just scanned everything, all my DVDs for Ziffit, and I think they took out of like hundreds. I mean, there could even be up to 1,000 DVDs. And I'm not quite sure how many, but I scanned them all in Ziffit. Out of all that, they wanted about 80. And I think they give me about 35 quid for them. So about 40, 50p on average each. Most of them they didn't want. And then once I'd done that, I rescanned everything that was left into Music Magpie. And they were only giving like pence for stuff. But I still thought, you know what, I might as well get rid of them. And I think they gave me about a tenner for about 100 DVDs. So they're all being shipped out today. And it's more about just freeing up space as well and stuff that I don't have to move. I mean, it's 45 quid in my pocket. It might as well come back in my pocket. It's a couple of meals for me and Belle at McDonald's, you know. I might as well get it back. And the rest of them, I've got 2 big boxes full left. I'm going to do as giveaways on whatnot, because there's still some quality films in there. There are going to be giveaways and whatnot. And I've donated a load to charity as well. So yeah, I've got rid of loads. I had 12 big boxes full of DVDs. And I think I've got it down to 3 that I'm keeping, 3 boxes worth. The rest are going. Yeah, so yeah, they don't give you much, but it's better than nothing. 45 quid in my pocket is better than what I wouldn't have had donating it. So, oh, thank you, Richard. Thanks so much for Kevin De Bruyne. That is nice. Thank you. I'm going to keep that. It's going to go in my personal collection. So even though I've boxed all my toys up, it will go in the box, and then when we move, it will come out again, hopefully. But either way, I'm keeping it. So thanks so much. That's really kind of you to send me that. Hi, Jack. Tam and Belle, welcome as well. Cliff says, I don't use either Magpie or Ziffit, as I don't want to feed the 2 companies that have killed media price on eBay. They've ruined it for small sellers. Yeah. Fair enough. I understand your point of view. They're not going to get much for the stuff that I've been sending them. They haven't. You know what I was doing as well, and this is an interesting way of using them. Is I was scanning everything, and anything that they were prepared to give you £1 or more on, that's an indicator that it's probably worth at least £10 on eBay. So what I was doing was, most of the stuff that was worth £1 to Magpie or Ziffit, I was having it was an indicator for me to have a quick check on eBay. So I was scanning it on eBay and seeing what they were worth. And if indeed they were going for £10 or more, I wasn't sending it to Ziffit or Magpie. I put them in my own death pile, ready to be listed on eBay. And I've got quite a bit. There was one, a Meatloaf, a special Meatloaf DVD, you know, the singer, Meatloaf, 3 Lives or something like that. And I scanned it on Ziffit and it was £1.70. So I thought, oh, £1.70, that's a lot for a DVD on Ziffit. So I had a quick look on eBay, 20 odd quid. 20 odd quid on eBay. So that went in the pile. So that kind of alerted me that if it's more than £1, it's worth having a quick look to see if it's worth anything more to just sell individually. Everything less than £1, it's gone, because that's going to be worth less than £10 on eBay. So it's not worth it. AMPR says, I pick custom mugs at the car boot. I picked up a pink glass with a heart inside at the bottom. Turns out it's their 2023 Valentine. Withdrawn for safety, a future rare collector's mug. Could be, yeah. Costa, some of the unusual Costa mugs, Starbucks mugs, some of the unusual like cities and countries for Starbucks are worth good money. Oh. Tam and Bella finally got a star. That's good news. Johnny 40 Courts is here. Fluffy says TikTok is pennies unless you have millions of views. Well, it sounds like Martin's not far off millions. 700,000 on one video. I don't know if I can. I don't think my brain can cope with another channel to post things on. I just can't do another channel, I don't think. That said, you'll probably see me on there next week. What's everyone having for lunch? I've had lunch. I've had scrambled egg with ham in it, beans and bacon. And all that is Slimming World free. That's a free meal. I don't have to point that, because me and Bella are doing Slimming World points and stuff. So you get 15 points a day, 105 points a week. And that's a free meal. I don't have to point it. We could have had a pile of beans and scrambled egg and it'd have been free. So yeah, happy days.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
I'm not trying again. Listen the first time round. Jeff says, I tried to sign up for TikTok, said I'm too old. Oh, I'm way behind now, aren't I? Because I answered the door. Cheese roll, crumpets. Oh, I've had scrambled egg. Yeah, I just said that. Dumpster. I think I made about £20. Nothing really, but helps YouTube channel get viewers. That's a good point. So basically, doing TikTok, Are you able to like direct people and push people over to your YouTube? Oh, that's interesting. That's a good way of looking at it. And don't forget movie chats tonight, 7:15 p.m. I'm on Poshmark, but I've only got one item listed, Blackwood. One item at the moment. I haven't got the time for to post on that at the minute. I'm trying to just focus on a couple of areas really at the moment. But I'm on there. And I'm there in case it blows up and is really big. At least I'm there and I can start listing on it. Yeah, they're an absolute killer. At least at the next house, there is still 2 flights of stairs, but the upper flight goes to a loft room, which we won't have to go in there that often. So a normal house again. Yeah, Jack. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Sort of anything £1 or above, I was checking out on eBay, and most of those I've kept separate. I'm not sending them. I'm just sending them the cheap stuff. Hi, Gwaz. Welcome. Afternoon to you. Lynn's in as well. Local CEX might have been quicker. I don't know. They're a bit slow in there. I've got, and I'm not carting down 1,000 DVDs to CEX for them to tell me they don't want most of them. Fluffy Muffin says, I cash out about £10 a month from TikTok, and that's for 800,000 views for the month. YouTube ad revenue is more generous. Matt sells stuff. I've got thousands in my loft, been there for years. Yeah, same. It was the same with me, Matt, but we've moved 3 times now, and I just refuse to keep moving them box to box, house to house, and they're never getting open. So what's the point? They're basically worthless, and unless I still had them in 50 years' time when they become like an antique, then worthless. It's crazy because when you think what these things cost, like brand new, what they cost you. To be fair, actually, I probably didn't pay much for them anyway, because when I worked at Cash Generator as a buyer, oh my God, I used to come home with so much stuff. I used to buy so much stuff when I worked at Cash Generator because it was so cheap. It used to give you a staff discount that was so generous. It's like you could clear the shop out. It was so cheap. Sales than expected is in, Peter. Yes, Chris, it's a good way of checking prices. Yeah, it's an indicator, isn't it? An indicator that something could be worth something. Yeah. And it's quicker than just doing it on eBay, because your scanner stays open. You go scan, 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 scan. Whereas in eBay, it's not quite as quick. It brings it up, and then you got to come out and go back in. And yeah. Hi, ABL Dave. You're making me hungry. Hi, Tess, Frugal Living. Welcome. That's the only reason we have TikTok, bringing people over to see full videos and lives. Good idea. Oliver Ian's in. TikTok does drive a lot of traffic to my website, otherwise I won't bother. UK Dumpster King says, yes, you can add your YouTube channel link in your bio so people can click on it and tweak it like an advert for my channel. Ah, that's an interesting way of looking at it, yeah. I won't bother still, I don't think. I just don't think I can cope with posting on another channel. CEX will only accept 50 or so at a time. Stop moving, yeah. You should do a media box sale like you did with the clothes. Yeah, but there's no real value like in the DVDs. There's some value in the CDs that I've got. There is some value there, and I'm not sending them any CDs. I'm actually going to list a lot of it on eBay, a lot of my CD collection on eBay, and I'll show you some of it in a minute. Cliff, I don't really want to, You know, if somebody wants a box of DVDs, you can contact me, but there's not much point because there isn't really resale value in them. So unless you're buying them for yourself, I don't really want to sell people stuff that has no real value. Saw a Hornby train set on Facebook Marketplace at a price that was too good to be true. I inquired, they replied. I said, yes, I'll buy and pop round to pay and pick up. They never replied. Scam. Maybe they just sold it to somebody else at NPR. Happens all the time, doesn't it? In the meantime, while you're chatting, they've sold it to somebody else and then they just don't bother replying to tell you. Think of it as insulation. That's a good point. Yeah, definitely. Brummy Time Lord, welcome. Watched a program on TikTok on Netflix. Oh, I've not seen that advertised. Okay, I'm at the bottom. Right, so, yeah, we're talking about Magpie and Ziffit. So, yeah, I've got about 45 quid coming from those. Those 2 boxes are going out. I utilised the scanner that they have to give me indication on stuff that's worth decent money. I'll put that separate. I'm going to list that on eBay separately. Anything over £10 value, I'm going to list on eBay. But I have got a load of CDs as well, which is all my own personal collection. And I decided not to send these up to Ziffit. Half of it they don't want anyway. But then when I was kind of looking through it all, there's opportunities for bundles. And the few times that I have sold CDs on eBay, it's generally been mini bundles, like artist bundles. It's been a while. I think the last artist bundle I sold was Michael Jackson, like £10 for like 4 CDs or something like that. Well, that's worth doing. I don't mind doing that. So I've been going through all my CDs, the ones that I don't want to keep, and I've been putting them into bungles, and I've already started listing some this morning. Like these. These I've done this morning. I've done a Verve bungle. These are all my CDs, by the way. This is my youth, mostly my youth, 90s mostly. 90s and 2000s or noughties. So I've got like a Verve bungle. So there's four Verve albums. I've got a Suede bungle, 3 there. Doing these at $11.99. So $11.99 for the little bungles, and maybe I'll get a tenner for it. S Club 7 bungle, yes. I had every single S Club 7 album. There's Seeing Double, S Club 7, and Sunshine. Oh, there's some cracking songs in there. So I've got an S Club 7 bungle. They're all going on at $11.99 each. So it's worth kind of doing it yourself, you know. And what else have I got? I've kept some of my Michael Jackson albums because Michael Jackson's one of my favourite artists, but I am letting some go because I've got some duplicates. So I've got this Michael Jackson bundle going on. This is going to go on. I may split this into 2 bungles, or I may do one. I've not decided yet. It's not a complete album compilation, you know. It's not a complete. It's just a selection of albums. So I might do that. I've got some Ocean Colour Scene. I've got an Oasis bungle to do. I think I've done Oasis bungles before. So I've got a little bit of an Oasis one to do there. I've got a Blur bungle. So there's 5 albums there, 5 Blur albums. I'll put those all together. A Radiohead bungle. I've kept the two best albums, which were the Benz and OK Computer. I've kept those in my collection. I've got to keep my favourites. I've got a Manic Street Preachers bungle. I used to love the Manics. Seen them live as well. I love the Manics. I've only kept a Greatest Hits. I think I've only kept the Greatest Hits one. The rest are going. So you got like Generation Terrorists and Gold Against the Soul and stuff. All great albums. So they're all going together. And this bungle is all me now albums. So I'm going to let all me now albums go. I've got this big stack of Now albums. This has not been bought for resale. This is all my own stuff that I've collected over the years. I don't know what number it goes up to. I'm guessing maybe into the 50s is probably as far as I went, and then I stopped collecting them. So I've got them from 20s to 50s probably. These are going to fall on the floor now, I bet you. Nope, I've made it. And other music. Shall we have some? Let me catch up, and then we'll have some highlights of Chris's youth when it comes to music. Chris is a big and Spice Girls. I've got all the Spice Girls albums here. I think there's only 4, I think. 4 albums, weren't there? I used to have all the Spice Girls singles, and I sold them off ages ago. Hi, Mike and Francis. Seen the Manics 4 times, yeah. What 20s? 20s. What Now albums you mean? I've got uh 29, 28, 26, 27, 24, 23. Let's have a little look at Chris's youth. What was Chris listening to in his youth? Well. Let me show you these. I can't find them now, I'm going to say. I've lost me stuff. There's so much bloody stuff. I found these. Remember in the days when you had like desktop computers and your big tower and stuff, and Windows 95 and all that business? It might have probably after that, I'm not sure, but I used to make my own CDs, a bit like it was kind of like the next step from doing a mixtape. I've got some mixtapes in the back as well that I made from like 90s, early 90s, late 80s. But I started making my own CDs. And look at these, Hayden's SU Classics Mega Mix. So that would have been, where is it? That would have been mid to late 90s, probably. When SU is Student Union. So all the songs that we used to love at the Student Union, I made a compilation album. And I even got all the tracks on the back. Look at that. We start the night off with Return of the Mac. This Is How We Do It, Bop by Hanson. And then we finish up with American Pie and Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. Now, that's a quality album. So there's no way. I mean, I can't sell it anyway, but that's going to stay with me. I've got Hayden's Best 80s album. We've got Wake Me Up Before You Go, Eye of the Tiger, The Final Countdown, and a few more. And I've got Hayden's Best 90s album. And this has got Michael Jackson, Boyzone, Simply Red, Britney Spears, Oasis, Vanilla Ice, 3 Lions, Spice Girls, MC Hammer, Blur, Madonna, Manics, a real eclectic mix of tracks. So, yeah, some classics there that I found. They were lost forever. I love the 90s cheesy. Well, talking of cheesy 90s, look at this album. Look at this. You'll not find... Now, so I was shocked that Ziffit and Magpie did not want this album, because I could have sworn this would have been right up there. You know, pretty valuable album, to be fair. It's Jaggers Choice. 40 clucking awful tracks. The worst album on the planet. Now, I mean, doesn't get any better than that. Jaggers Choice. And it's saying it's the worst album ever, but what worst album has these tracks on it? The Birdie Song, Agadoo. Let's pick some more out. Disco Duck. The Lion Sleeps Tonight, Cotton Eye Joe. Orville's Song, Keith Harris and Orville. Ernie, the Fastest Milkman in the West. There's No One Quite Like Grandma. Mr. Blobby. The Snot Rap by Kenny Everett. God, remember those? I mean, that is a classic. Seriously, why did Ziffit not want that? Got to go out and pick up 4 big rolls of bubble wrap, £5 each. Oh, that's a bargain. Nice one, Monkey. To Unlimited, loved them. Yeah, I loved them. Sounds like a cracking party, yeah. My brother was in love with Umbop until we told him they were boys. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? What does it matter? I never looked at Jaggers the same. I know, remember that. Remember that. Oh my God. Classic TV. Ziffit has no taste. What else have I got in my box here? There's my Spice Girls album, the first one. That, you know, it was a bit of a revelation when that came out, you know. This, I mean, it's even still got the merchandise leaflet in it. You could get a calendar, a jacket, a Spice Watch, Baywatch poster, a ring, a Spice Girls silver ring. And all you had to do was fill in the details and send a check. Send a check in the post. Bloody hell, who does that these days? Look, tick what you want in the boxes, put your name and address and send a check. How much was stuff? Well, there's even the original posters in there as well. A mini rucksack. See, things were still expensive back then. A mini rucksack, $19.99. Plastic keyring, $1.99. Silver ring, $9.99. Coffee mug, $5.99. T-shirt was $10.99. If you wanted that adult jacket there, you see that black one, the black adult jacket, that's $59.99. Spice Girls, you robbing bastards. Anyway, there's your Spice Girls album. What else have I got? Now then, don't judge me on this. The guy, we didn't know about it at the time, but I'm not quite sure what I should do with this. Probably burn it. Got loads of movie soundtracks in here. Order something. Yeah, can you imagine now? Fill it out and send it off. I don't even have a checkbook. Who even has a checkbook now? Has anyone in the chat got a checkbook? Any steps? Probably. No, I don't think I've got steps. I was never like a massive fan of steps. You know, at the time I didn't really like them that much, but Some of the 90s indie vinyl goes for good money. Orville's song was the first single I bought. Jesus. You actually bought it at 5. What, you went down HMV? Or what would it have been in your day, Damien? What shop is like 100 years old? Our price. Woolworths. Check our postal order. Yeah, exactly. Fill it out. Yeah. Burn it. Yeah, it's a no-no. Definitely a no-no. Frisbee. Burn it. Bin it. CDs are fun to watch in a microwave. I want to have my microwave left at the end, Jeff. I don't want it to blow up. Jeff, I have a checkbook on me. Jesus, Jeff. You're of that generation, though, aren't you? No offense, Jeff. But there's a certain generation who used to, like my dad. My dad used to walk around with a wallet this thick, not with money, just with cards and all kinds of crap, right? He'd have a wallet like this, and wrapped around it would be his checkbook. And he'd have that in his pocket, a big chunk like that. Do you do that, Jeff? Do you wrap your checkbook around your wallet? Married Teresa, I have a left-handed checkbook. I can't press the buttons again. What is going on with StreamYard today? I can't press the buttons. Stupid thing. Show us the soundtracks. I've got loads, Steve. I might do some bundles on eBay with the soundtrack and the film, because I've got multiples of the both. I have a checkbook, says Helen. Woolworths, yeah. I think I just say Woolworths. I didn't I? Good old Woolies. Ah, you're not really. You're not really. Woolworths, it was the best. Pick and mix at Woolies. Nope, my checkbook is in a leather Dale Earnhardt case. Oh, nice. Bit of NASCAR. What else can I pick out of here? Here's a classic. 5-star greatest hits. 80s band, 5-star greatest hits. So classics on that one. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll grab a chunk like that and we'll have a quick look at them. I'm just going to grab a random chunk, because I've got loads in here. Oh, here we go. Let's see what we got here. We've got the Shooting Fish soundtrack. That's a good film. Anyone seen that? That's a good little English-British film. We've got Elvis. Elvis, 30 #1 hits. I might keep this, to be honest with you. This might be a keeper. It's got all the greats on it. I do like a bit of Elvis now. I'm going to keep that one. Leanne Rimes, the best of. Katie Mellower. She's a nice singer. Katie Mellower. Essential soundtracks, all like the indie sort of tunes from the films and stuff. Oh, look at this. Quantum Leap, the soundtrack. That's actually worth a bit, that. That's worth a bit, that one. I'm guessing around 20 quid, but it's a keeper anyway. I'm keeping that one. Travis. I was never a big fan of Travis. There's the other Essential Soundtracks album. Good albums, though. It's like full of indie tracks. Spandau Ballet, the singles collection. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. on there. I don't even know why I have this. I probably just got it cheap from like when I worked at Cash Generator. It was like 10p or something. So cheap. Britney Spears' first album. That was definitely mine. Bought solely for the music. And what's this? The best dance album in the world ever. You remember those? Some classics on that. Rhythm of the Night, Mr. Vane, Too Unlimited, The Real Thing. Word Up. I've got most of these on my Spotify playlist, to be honest. Turn Up the Power. Oops Up. Yeah, classics. Four. Can't turn it into any other word. I do apologise. Yeah. So anyway, I'm working my way through CDs. That's going to be my job today. I've already got a few bundles on. Ziffit are collecting this afternoon a big box full of DVDs, and I'm dropping 2 boxes off at the post office tomorrow for Music Magpie, and that's me 45 quid. And I'm donating a load, and I'm keeping some for giveaways. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oh. No, not really, Mike and Francis. No, not at all. Checks are good for sending birthday money in a post. Nicola, there's this newfangled thing, right? And I'm not sure you ever heard of it. It's amazing. What you do is you can send money to someone's bank using your phone. And I can't keep a straight face. And then you don't have to send anything in the post. You can bank transfer it, Nicola, for God's sake. 5-star, absolute classics. Nice Whatnot bungles. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to do it on Whatnot. I'm not sure if the CDs and DVDs are really going to go well on Whatnot. Keep Elvis, it's now or never. Yeah. It's nice to put it in the card rather than bank transfer. Kids don't even deal with cash these days. They just Apple Pay. You know, what's the thing called when you do that on the receiver? Oh, I can't even remember. They see I'm getting old now. They don't do any cash anymore. Annabelle's lads, you know, they don't even carry cash. It's like, what's cash? Everyone claims to be the best ever. Yeah, they do. Cherry had the Britney album. He used to have all the I think I've got them all in here, Tommy. We had a lot of Now CDs, not real ones though. My uncle had a silly amount of them. Yeah, I've got a fair amount of contactless. Yeah, oh my god. My brain is just not working. AKA the tappy tap. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fluffy Muffin says, when I try and give my adult kids cash, they just look at it and ask for a bank transfer. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, they just want it in the bank because everything is contactless and everything's Apple Pay. They just don't carry cash around with them. I'll get another handful because I'm enjoying reminiscing here now. I'm getting another handful. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, look what came out. Ant and Dec, the hits. Oh, there's some absolute belters on here. Get ready to rumble, obviously. But you got Tonight I'm Free. That was the first song that they did, which was the song that they did on Biker Grove, which then came out as a single. Our Radio Rock, Stuck on You, You Crazy Cat, Stepping Stone, Better Watch Out. There's so many. They had a lot of hits. They really did. And this is a great album. In fact, I might have to keep this. It's by Uncle. This is actually a really good. I think I have to keep it. I'm not going to get rid of anything. I used to really like Space as well. I think they were a Scouse band. These were a good band. A bit poppy, but I think they only ever had 2 albums, and that was the end of them. Oh, here's another best of album. The best rock album in the world ever. Oh, we've got... Oh, this is a good one. Jive Bunny's Summer Party 2008. And I've got quite a few of these. They're called sampled albums. And basically, you know, like when you hear little hooks or samples in like different songs, like rappers' songs or in adverts, and this has all the originals to all the sampled songs. And these are quite good albums. Oh, there's Jaggers Choice again. There's the Spice Girls again. What's this one? Pleasure Island. Oh, did anyone watch Pleasure Island? This is the soundtrack to Pleasure Island. Maybe this was a precursor to Love Island. I can't really remember much about Pleasure Island. I need to look that up on YouTube. There's another sampled album. They were good albums. This might be worth a bit actually. On the Floor at the Boutique, mixed by Low Fidelity All Stars. That's probably worth a bit, that one. Good tracks. Oh, this is a great album. This is actually a keep. This should be my keep one. It's it's by the Prodigy. Prodigy present the Dirt Chamber Sessions Volume 1. And this has got some banging tunes on it. That's a keeper. That one. I've talked myself into it. I might even keep that one. Should I keep that one? No. I'll try and sell it. Jurassic 5, another good band, like them. I've kept my best album of those. This one's a compilation, The Cool Grooves. Polo, obviously, branded. It's just got cool songs on it, like All Saints, Wyclef, Another Level, Drew Hill. So yeah, there you go. Working my way through that lot and finding stuff that I want to keep. I swapped my mum cash for bank money so she can spend it at the car boot. That's a good idea. Cash is great. The taxman doesn't know about it. Fair comment. Fair comment. Bet they'd sell on Whatnot if you can get away with playing the music. You can play music on Whatnot at the moment. I don't know. Maybe I could try a few on the next Whatnot show. See if anyone's interested. Yeah, I'm a fan of Jive Bunny. That rock album is class. Lost mine to an ex. Do you want this one, Flogs? This one. Do you want it? Send me your address. I'll post it to you. You don't have to give me any money. I'll just post it to you. It's fine. I'll put it to one side so I don't sell it beforehand. I'll put it there. Message me if you want it. If you love the Prodigy, this it's not your usual Prodigy tracks. It's like a dance sort of mix album, but there's some absolutely banging tracks on this. It's awesome. It's probably worth a bit. Let's see what it's worth. I reckon it'll be worth something like that. My mate got me into buying this one, and there's some really cracking tracks on it. Let's see what it's worth. I'll just check eBay. I'm not bothering. Oh, one thing I haven't done is Discogs. Maybe I need to scan them all on Discogs. It's not worth loads. Average price £10, ranging £6 to £10. There's even one at £3, but that's coming from Germany. Well, there's one listed at 20. Actually, hang on a minute. It might depend on a certain number on the back, whether it's worth anything. And if it's that one at £20, anyway, you know, there could be £10 in that. Prodigy were the first band I saw live in '97. Yep, message me on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll bang that in the post to you. Yeah, just after Fat and the Lamb was released, I can imagine that being. I mean, I wasn't the Prodigy's biggest fan, but if any of you out there are a fan of the Prodigy, you need to get this. It's the Dirt Chamber Sessions Volume 1. That album, it's really good. There's one track on here called The Mexican. You know, look it up on Spotify. The Dirt Chamber Sessions. It might be on Spotify, but look up the track The Mexican. It's really good. Fire Retro, missed most of this, been busy. Hope you're all good. Yeah, we're good. We're just talking about media, Magpie, Ziffit, and clearing out some stuff. My husband was a dancer in Leroy Thornhill's latest video. Oh, I don't know who that is, unfortunately, Fire Retro. Does that make me old or something? I don't know who that is. Let me see what else I've got down here. Right, let's go through another stat because it's quite fun, this, isn't it? Oh, here we go. The Mamma Mia soundtrack. That's not mine. That's not mine. Robbie Williams, Sing When You're Winning. Oh, Reverend and the Makers. Love them. In fact, which one is this? Oh, it's the one I'm not that bothered about. Bon Jovi, Crossroads, the best of Bon Jovi. Some good songs on that. I don't really know why I have this in my collection, but I'm not really a fan of Muse. I probably just got this cheap from somewhere. This is a nice album. Katie Mellior's first, I think this was her first album. It's the one that's got the closest thing to Crazy on it. I used to be a big fan of Katie Mellior. Carrie Underwood, winner of USA's Pop Idol. Arctic Monkeys, good album, that one. Not good enough for me to keep. You know, it's not up there, but here's another decent album, The Killers' Day and Age. Kings of Leon, that one's got Sexes on Fire on it. It's the only reason I bought it. And Power Ballads. I've got quite a few of these power ballad albums. Just full of classics, you know. I saw the Eagles live at Reading Festival back in the 70s. Great concert. Nice. Leroy's the dancer in the... Oh. I didn't know. I don't know the band well enough to know the members of the band. So there we have it. That has been today's live, pretty much. Just chatting about all this stuff. I definitely need to save some of these CDs. I'm going to save that pile there. I'm going to send that one Yeah, send me a message and I'll get that sent to you. So I hope all your sales are okay. I've had a couple of good sales this week. Oh, I sold the antique teapotty thing, by the way, guys. I got 100 quid for it, so I was well happy with that. It's going to the US. I had it listed for 150, but it was a real stab in the dark because there was nothing exactly the same on eBay. So I listed at 150, just, see how it goes. Somebody from the US offered me 100 quid for it. Definitely accepting that. And it went, and it only cost me 2 quid. So £2 into 100, you can't complain at that. I mean, you'd take them all day long, wouldn't you? I could have waited, and I could have tried to get more money for it, and I could have tried to get me 150, but it might have taken me a year. It was such an unusual sort of antique item that you just have to wait for the right person to come along with something like that. And after this offer came in, if I hadn't have accepted it, I might not have got an offer for months and months and months. So bird in the hand, definitely on that one. Bird in the hand. I saw Nirvana at Reading. T30 for Starship test flight. Oh, is that today, Jeff? Well, I'm going to crack on and get through some of these CDs. That is my job for the afternoon. I'm not going to get through them all, but it's relatively quick listing. So, yeah, little bundles, relatively quick. Look out for boot sale video at the weekend, probably Saturday morning sometime, boot sale. And then we'll be live again Monday night, 8 p.m. And if you want to be in the duck race, make sure you go and comment on last Monday's video. There is a flashing duck up for the prize, courtesy of Pitco Keith. So thank you, Keith. The slower eBay is, which it has been, the more agreeable to offers you need to. Oh, yeah. I just think at the moment, I'm just very agreeable to offers. If any of you want anything in my store, send me an offer, because if it's over half the price, I might consider it. I'm very agreeable, especially as I'm moving house. So, of course, I want things to move out. I want to ship things out. What bands did I go to? I've seen some crackers in the 90s. I've seen Michael Jackson live at the Sheffield Arena, which is an open-air stadium. That was amazing. That Michael Jackson concert, which was it was a history tour, so probably around 96, 97, I reckon, something like that. I've still got the ticket somewhere. That was probably the best gig I've ever seen. That Jackson gig was amazing. Crazy, crazy fans. I've seen the Spice Girls live at the MEN in their heyday as well. I've seen loads of Cortinas gigs because I'm a big fan of the Cortinas. That's the only band really that I follow properly now, the Cortinas. Who else have I seen? Quite a few others. They're the ones that stick in my mind anyway. No worries, Babs, no worries. Oh, I can't click on... Oh, there you go. Right, call it a day. 1 hour and 1 minute. That's as good a time as any to finish. Thanks, everyone, for popping along. I hope you have a nice afternoon. Get some work done. And we'll see you on Monday night. Oh, just a quick heads up. After this Monday, I think that's right, we're taking a short break. So we will have, I think it's going to work out 2 Monday nights off. So you're gonna have a bit of a break from us for what is essentially 2 weeks, but it's not quite, for us, it's not quite 2 weeks. So yeah, we're having a bit of a break after that. So your Monday nights are going to be empty, lost, and without soul. But you still got this Monday. See you later. Thanks very much for watching, really appreciate it. If you want to catch up on another one of my videos, you can try one like this or one like this. They're both good ones. Give it a go, or you can subscribe by pressing this button here. There you go. See you later.